worshipping Lord Chaitanya, they can perform the highest activity and fulfill the highest religious purpose of satisfying the Supreme Lord. I happened to be in Srila Prabhupada's room in Mayapur when one of his disciples approached him, who was compiling an Archana Padati, that means a book of procedures for deity worship. And Srila Prabhupada advised him, keep it simple. The main process in Kali Yuga is Harinam Sankirtan. You should always remember that. So, we keep it simple. But of course, if we invite deities, we have to care for them properly. That's another thing. But otherwise, our main mission is to propagate Harinam Sankirtan and to spread Krishna consciousness. As Prabhupada said, that is not possible now in churches or temples or mosques. So we have to go out. People will not come to the temple, so we go out to the people. Rath Yatra. Next paragraph. Srila Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, a famous disciple of Lord Chaitanya, said, the principle of transcendental devotional service having been lost, Sri Krishna Chaitanya has appeared to deliver again the process of devotion. He is so kind that he is distributing love of Krishna. Everyone should be attracted more and more to his lotus feet, as hummingbees are attracted to a lotus flower. So we should be attracted to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. To be attracted to him, we have to hear about him. Of course, we can see his deity, but the real attraction comes from hearing. Hearing about his beauty, hearing about his sublime qualities, hearing about his merciful pastimes, hearing about his extraordinary associates. This will attract our hearts to him and save us from mundane attraction. Next paragraph. The incarnation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also described in the Sri Vishnu Sahasranam, which appears in chapter 189 of the Dana Dharma Parva of Mahabharata. Srila Jiva Goswami has quoted this reference as follows. Suvarna Varno Hemango Varangas Chandanagadi. In his early pastimes, he appears as a householder with a golden complexion. His limbs are beautiful, and his body, smeared with the pulp of sandalwood, seems like molten gold. This is a very clear reference to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the Mahabharata. And further, Jiva Goswami quotes from the Mahabharata. Sannyasa krite, is the Sannyasa Krishna Mana Shanto Nishta Shanti Parayana. In his later pastimes, he accepts the sannyas order, and he is equipoised and peaceful. He is the highest abode of peace and devotion, for he silences the impersonalist non-devotees. So we could unpack the deep meanings and significance of this verse and purport for many hours and days. But we are short of time, and we have discussed some last night and yesterday morning. But the conclusion is that, as stated in the verse, he sumeda saha, one who is very intelligent. Our announcer said that you are all very intelligent because you are here. And that is our hope. That is our hope. Being here is a good place to begin. But one who is actually sumedasa, intelligent, worships the incarnation of Krishna, who chants the name of Krishna by the performance of Sankirtan Yagya. It's really the performance of Sankirtan Yagya that is done by intelligent people. One can come here and regard the temple just like any Hindu temple. One can come and put some money in the box and pray for blessings, material blessings, and remain entrenched in the bodily concept of life. That is not very intelligent. In fact, at the very beginning of the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna chastises Arjuna for being in the bodily concept of life. He says, you are speaking learned words, but you are lamenting for that which is not worthy of grief. And he uses the word apundit, means you're talking like a pundit, but you are a pundit, not a pundit. And Srila Prabhupada says he was indirectly calling him a fool. Why? Because he's in the bodily concept of life. So one can come to the temple in the way of materialistic fruitive workers, thinking this is some pious activity, I'll give some money, I'll listen to some pravachan, I will do some seva. But the goal is not to purify the heart so that one is eligible to get out of the material world and go back home, back to Godhead. But the motive is to remain in the material world and enjoy more in the material world with the blessings of the Lord. So this is not bhakti. This is business. When I was in India, I heard a joke. I've mentioned it. Still, I'll mention it again. There was once a devotee who was going to the racetrack to bet on the horses. So he went to the deity and he prayed to the Lord that, Lord, if I win 1 lakh of rupees, 100,000 rupees, I will give you half. So he went. He bet on his horse, and he won 50,000 rupees. So he went back to the deity, said, Lord, you didn't trust me. You took your half first. So people come to do business with the Lord. It may look externally like bhakti, but they're coming to do business with the Lord. But not even straight business. Crooked business. Cheating. Trying to cheat the Lord. So that is not bhakti. Bhakti is anya vilasita sunyam, without any other desire except to serve and please the Lord and advance in Krishna consciousness. So one who participates in the Sankirtan movement, in that mood, in that consciousness, he is sumedasa. Otherwise, as stated elsewhere in the Bhagavad Gita, those who worship the demigods to get material benefit, their fruits are temporary and limited. Anything material is temporary and also limited. And they are described as alpha medasa, less intelligent. So, yes, it is very good that you are here. And we hope that by good association, if you're not already very intelligent, you will quickly become very intelligent.
Yeah.
And give up these vain, petty pursuits of temporary material toys. You know, and the demons are so clever. Like, because there's so much spiritual talk, you know, there's New Age and yoga studios, and everywhere there's spiritual talk. Even today, at the end of our walk at the Houston Arboretum, there were a couple of ladies sitting there at a table. I'm not quite sure what they were promoting or selling. And they saw us passing by, and they said, Namaste. Regular American ladies, middle-aged American ladies, Namaste. Where are they getting this? So it's out there. Yoga studios and media. And there are a lot of studios, they have like all sorts of things. Yoga, Pilates, and I don't even know what, but they have a lot of things. So it's out there. It's out there. But the basic idea everywhere is to enjoy the material world. They go to the yoga studio to, well, reduce their fat, ultimately to become more fit for sense gratification. So it's just different varieties of sense gratification in different guises. But Krishna consciousness, a real spiritual life, is completely different. It might appear the same superficially, but it's completely different. Because Anyavilasi Tasanya, pure devotee, has no other interest than to purify himself, purify his heart, and develop love for Krishna, not love for the things of the world. So these toys, I was talking about how clever the demons are. So because there's so much spiritual talk, so people might feel a little self-conscious about accumulating a lot of material things. They want it, and they are accumulating, but they feel a little... So they say something like, the winner is the one who has the most toys at the end of the day, something like that. Like there's some of these... someone pointed out to me something. Did you tell me or read there? Something, they're advertising hamburgers like the highest fat content burgers. And they're offering, Rasraj told us. Yeah. Rasraj told us that if you're,
Yeah, like if you're over 300 pounds, you eat for free.
yeah, if you're over 300 pounds, you eat for free. In other words, it's like they're defying. They defy God, they defy the laws of nature. It's like, because of all this, it's all in the air about eating healthy and being good. So, yeah, it's something like guaranteed to put you in the hospital or something.
Oh, the name of the restaurant was Heart Attacks or something like
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they had Fat Burger. That was the same idea. Like, it's fat. You know, who cares about health? Who cares about what all these people are saying? You know, you just eat and enjoy and get fat, and you know, who cares? But this organization has gone a step beyond, and then the name of it is something like Heart Attack. And if you're over 300 pounds, you eat free. In other words, just encouraging people to kill themselves, basically. Encouraging people to kill themselves and not worry about the future. So, a lot of crazy people out there. The cheaters and the cheated, like we discussed. You know, they're cheating you by giving you something that's going to kill you, and you want to be cheated, so you go to die faster. But anyway, we won't dwell too much on the alpha meta, but we will dwell more on the sumeta. And we hope you will certainly place yourselves in the category of sumeta.